You know, come on, Bob, let's run a video. Come on. You know who that is? You know who that is? And what? You don't know who that is? Look at him. That's who it is.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And oh God, I know I'm one.
Yo, what's going on with you? How's everybody? So, I got it in my head a couple of years ago to start doing documentaries on people. God, my face looks like I had a stroke. Just came from getting a scaling at Temple University School of Dentistry. But that's neither here nor there. So I started out a documentary with Bobby Boogaloo Watts, former middleweight contender who defeated the great, marvelous Marvin Hagler. And he had a string of other sensational victories. I got the opportunity to meet him and to work with him at the 23rd POW. This was around 1983. Bobby had just retired, and he had taken to training fighters. And he done a great job as a boxing trainer. He led or helped guide Buster Drayton to the world championship. He took Charles the Hatchet Brewer from a raw amateur all the way to the world championship. He trained Hammer Jones, and he also had an influence in the former champion Calvin Silky Smooth Rowe. I figured it would be a good thing to start dabbling into the history of Philadelphia boxing and athletics, because it's a lot of great former athletes around Philadelphia and the rest of the world. You know, as people get older and one generation starts to disconnect from another, one generation is totally ignorant to the greatness of the generations that came before them. Not too long ago, we lost the great Kobe Bryant. And to be totally honest with you, there was a time when I wasn't a fan of Kobe Bryant for no other reason than I just wasn't into basketball. But some friends of mine spoke of Kobe Bryant's grandfather, Joe. They spoke about Kobe's father. And they even spoke about his mother and his uncle, Chubby Cox, who, by the way, was my teacher at Robert Vault's middle school. That inspired me to look into Kobe Bryant. And as I began to look into Kobe Bryant, you know, I was just inspired by how dedicated this young man was to his game. So with that said, that made me decide that I wanted to start doing documentaries on not just Philadelphia fighters. Even though my primary background in athletics is boxing, there are a lot of great athletes in Philadelphia who are not just boxers. So with that said, I'm going to turn this segment of the program over to all those wonderful people who took a moment out of their day to allow me to interview them so they could tell me what their interaction and experiences were with the great Bobby Boogaloo Watts. Bam.
Boogaloo Watts always wore a cowboy hat. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that's when TV first come out there. I had a lot of cowboy shows, and being a cowboy made him think he was tough. But he wore the big hat everywhere he go. You seen the hat? There's only a few people wore big hats like that. A guy like Boogaloo Watts and Joe Frazier used to wear one all the time. Yeah. But he was a real special fighter in Philly. And you see all the styles that come from Philly, not just Philly, around the world. You gotta look at Boogaloo Watts, and that's where most of them come from.
Well, tell them about Bobby Boogaloo Watts.
Now, he was one to come along, and he wasn't flashy, but he done the job. I had a hard time believing that he actually beat Marvin Hagler. And he did. And that was just one of the good fights. He had a good fighter, clean living guy. And it was an era when, oh man, he entertained. He was good at what he done. Like I said, this was a fighting town, and he was one of them.
Lifelong friend of Bobby Boogaloo Watts. We had the same trainer, old man Clarence Booker, back in the day. And Bobby was one of the first guys that helped me out when I first started, when I was back in the amateurs. He boxed me a couple of times, and he really great guy, you know.
We got Tommy Griffin here, and he's going to chime in on you know, his thoughts about Bobby Boogaloo Watts. Take it away, Tommy.
Well, I thought that he was a good fighter. I didn't know that person, but I met him a couple of times.
Right.
That's all I can say. He's good.
There you go. Okay. Well, hey, man, if that's all you got to say, what?
I met him when he come to my gym and train, Champ Gym.
Yes, sir.
I met him back in the day.
Okay.
Right.
Well, hey, man, if that's where you at, we got to tell. We know Tommy Bush got something to say. Tommy is never without a loss of words.
Yeah, Boogaloo was my man, my main man. I made that enunciation, drove it down back in the 60s. Sparring partner.
Spar with him, Tommy?
Yeah, Boogaloo remember that.
Uh-oh, it sound like you might have got over on him, Tommy.
I think Boogaloo beat me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Boogaloo was a hell of a nice guy, man. He's a good fighter. I didn't see the Hagler fight, but I know he won it.
Yes, sir.
Boogaloo was the man. That's my main man.
What about when he squared off against Cyclone Hart? Did you catch that one?
I think I can remember that.
Okay.
That was a good fight.
Oh yeah.
That was a good fight.
Anything about when he fought with Worm?
That was a good fight.
There you go. Hey man, is that it? Anything else you want to share? Any funny stories or humorous moments?
Boogaloo wore Jimmy Young down Association, they cousins.
Wow, that's been news to me, Tommy. I've just learned that since I've been doing this that Jimmy Young and Bobby Boogaloo Watts were cousins. There you go. That's history.
Me and Boogaloo used to joke and say, "God damn, I brought my cousin here. He did better than me, and I've been boxing."
Cyclone Hart and beat him first round. You know, God damn, this boy must be bad. You know, and then one of the Worm. I mean, he just stepping all over people and moving on up. You know, and it was exciting. It was interesting. It was always interesting. You know, good fighter, fought the best that was out there, and managed to survive. You know, and that takes a lot because a lot of these fighters didn't survive. The bad thing about fluffy fighters was they would kill each other. You know, and some of your best fights were two local fighters fighting.
Right.
Benny Briscoe, Kitten Haywood. Benny Briscoe, Georgie Benton. You know, Gypsy Joe, Georgie Benton. So, you know, it was Philadelphia had fighting. It was an exciting time, and for Boogaloo to come along at that time and fight the guys he fought and win. It says a lot about him as an individual, you know?
That's like Sugar Robinson said, you in the hurt business.
That's right.
You know,
Ray Robinson.
You ever met, you met Ray before this?
Oh, yeah.
Look, you think with him there, bro. We supposed to spar together for a few times. Oh, yeah. You know, and later, you know, I met guys like Marvin Hagler, and I would throw Bobby's name out there, and man, they couldn't do more. That they would praise him day and night. What a great guy he was.
Do you actually remember that fight when he fought Marvin Hagler, Clint?
Yeah, bits and pieces of it. Bits and pieces.
Were you surprised when he defeated Marvin Hagler?
Philly decision. I mean, Philly, you know, Philly's a fight town. You come here, you got to expect if it's close, it's going to go the Philly way. I know later, Bobby went to camp with Hagler and was one of his sparring partners.
Yeah, he was over there when Hagler won the title from Alan Mitchell. If you look at the clip, Bobby Boogaloo Watts was one of the guys that protected Hagler from getting hit with bottles. The British boxing crowd, they weren't good sports about it.
Panamanian referee having trouble keeping them apart. And Minter's picking up hard punches as he tries to fight back. He's being forced into a real war. He's smothered in blood, Minter, and he's in desperate trouble in the third round. He can't keep the man away. Hagler will not be denied. And it stopped. It stopped in the third round, and Hagler's on his knees, acclaiming his victory. He said he was the rightful champion. And he's won it in 3 rounds, and people are throwing beer cans. One's landed on me. Beer cans are being hurled in all over the ring. There's a fight started over Hagler.
Any good experiences or humorous moments during your time that you knew Boogaloo? Anything that you might can give the audience that, you know, they might not know? You know, we know he was a good boxer and a nice guy.
I really can't think of nothing.
What about that time, man, when he helped the old lady across the street, or when he saved the dog from the burning fire?
The only story, man, wait a minute. It was a story they used to tell me about Bobby. I can't remember if it was him or if it was him or Tommy, him or his cousin, about Bobby bought a car, was buying a car, and he said if the car get up the hill, he would buy it. It was a steep hill, and he put it in drive and got it up the hill, so he bought the car.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can remember. But I used to have a lot of Boogaloo stories, but that's so long, man, since I even thought about it.
Well, see, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, man. I want, you know, guys like Bobby Watts and Cyclone Hart and a lot of other guys, Robert Hines, Buster Drayton, Ivan Robinson. You know, at one time, they made us smile. We cheered for these guys, and I'm just trying to resurrect that memory and make those guys feel as good as they made me feel when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Well, I grew up with Buster Drayton, Tim Witherspoon, Earl Hargrove, Jeff Chandler, all down in South Philly.
You know when to go.
My mother was a tailor. She sewed my blue jeans, and my father was a gambling man down in Sin City.
I'm down here at Rivera's Gym with Mr. James Robinson, father of the great Ivan Robinson, Mighty. And we're finishing up this documentary on Bobby Boogaloo Watts. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. James. I know this man since I was a young kid. He's going to tell you what he knows about Boogaloo Watts.
Listen, Bobby Watts done boxed from A to Z in the game. He got great legs, he had a good range, and he was smart. That's the most important thing. He was very smart. And a lot of guys couldn't get around him. He beat some of the best. He beat Hagler. He beat some of the other fighters was out there at the time. But Hagler was a good name for him. You know, because Hagler's range was, hey, only 2 guys beat him, they were from Philly.
Yeah.
And then the other guy beat him was Sugar Ray Leonard. And that was it. You know, as far as Marvin Hagler and Bobby Watts, one of our decisions. You know, he came back and he fought Hagler again, and then he lost by decision. Oh, he got stopped. I can't remember too good. But if you want to look up some of his fights, look them up. They should have it out there today. You know, matter of fact, all of Philadelphia fighters. Bobby Watts, Bobby Boogaloo Watts, sparred just about everybody in Philly. He had good sparring, very great sparring, you know. And he used his range in the gym. You know what I'm saying? That was the most important thing. He was lean, and he used his range, and that's what made him a better fighter. Because a lot of guys out there were shorter than him, and you know he had to stay on that stuff, so he learned that way. It was a good way for him to learn because he had that height. Bobby Watts, like man, should be recognized more than he recognized. You know, there's nobody doing nothing for these type of guys. You got guys out of Philly was hell raisers. I'm gonna tell you, hell raisers. You know, their names ain't mentioned in the fight game. You hear on the news, this fighter was this fighter was that, but you don't hear about Philly fighters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go on the West Coast, you hear about the West Coast fighter, but you still don't hear about the Philly. You go to Washington, D.C.,
Listen, man, for Philly, you don't hear about their fighters. And somebody need to get their fighters out there. You know, you should. And the trainers.
Right.
We had great trainers there. We're the last of the Mohicans when it come down to the trainers and the fighters. Because you know why? The work was so good here, don't nobody want to talk about it. Because everybody came here and got great work. You know, the work was great. Every fighter, you know, even Sugar Ray Robinson game they got work.
Wow.
7-11 show. You know, he got great work. You know, Sugar Ray Robinson wanted to fight a little bit, but he wouldn't give him a shot.
Wow.
You know, wouldn't give him that shot. So, you know, we just gotta hang on. You know, I'm glad Chucky here is doing a job like this. And maybe he can bring up some more fighters out of the woodwork and put it on this tape right here and put it together and send it out and let them know about Philly style.
And my father was a gambling man down in Sin City.
Very interested. Chad was very interested in your input on Bobby Boogaloo Watts. You met him years ago when you was a very young man. Come on, man, give it to me, champ.
Mr. Watts is a great amateur, great professional, great trainer, just a great all-around guy. Done some magnificent things in Philadelphia. You know, he beat Marvin Hagler, and he beat not Jersey Joe Walker. He beat
Cyclone Hart, Willie the Worm.
Yeah, he beat a lot of guys. He's a great boxer. I'm saying, great puncher, and he just turned out to be a great trainer too. He had Charles Brewer, took Charles Brewer to like 3 or 4 world titles. My man Will Jones that you just interviewed the other day, you know, he had Will Jones too. So when you talk about commodity in the city of Philadelphia and you talk about great trainers, you definitely got to mention Bobby Boogaloo Watts, definitely.
And what about that time? You left out Buster Drayton. We forgot that he spent some time with Buster, taking Buster to the title. Also going up there with Marvin Hagler and sparring with Marvin Hagler. They became pretty good friends after the fact.
Yeah, it's just crazy how, you know, things turn out to be. Like, for instance, like me and Arturo Gotti, we became best of friends and we fought. Then you take Boogaloo Watts and Marvin Hagler. You know, Hagler brought Bobby Boogaloo Watts up to camp with him, and they became great friends, as well as trainers too. Although Marvin Hagler moved overseas, then you got guys like Buster Drayton that I forgot that Bobby Boogaloo Watts worked out with. So you know, Bobby Boogaloo Watts' credibility is long, his repertoire is long too, and the list of things that he's done is long. So when you talk about fighters, trainers in the city of Philadelphia, you definitely got to mention Bobby Boogaloo Watts.
Hey, how y'all guys doing? Listen, we continue with this series on the great Bobby Boogaloo Watts, one of Philadelphia's finest. Today we have a very special guest. This gentleman is not only a former boxer, he's not only a Philadelphia policeman, one of Philly's finest, but he's also Boogaloo Watts' son-in-law. Now, who better to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, than his very own son-in-law, William Hammer Jones, Philadelphia Police Department. Champ, take it away, man. Tell me about your father-in-law, man, because who would know more than your wife and your mother-in-law than you?
I mean, let's say, you know, I can sit here and talk about Bobby all day, and nothing good thing will come out.
Well, I tell you what, champ, you can talk about him as much as you want.
Right. My thing about Bobby is, like you said, he was a great, to me, he was a great middleweight. He didn't get the championship that I think he should have got. He beat Hagler, which he did, but you know, he's much more than that. A lot of people look at him as that. To me, when I first met Bobby, first met him because we all knew him. But when I first met him, I met a guy that was true and genuine. You know what I mean? He really didn't spread. He really didn't have anything bad to say about anybody else. Everything about him came out positive. He was more of a uplifter than a guy that would try to take you down.
Right.
When I first met, I was young, 14 years old. I go to the gym. my cousin and my buddy, they already training there with Bobby. So I said,
who are we talking about? Who are we talking
about? We're talking about Charles the Hatchet Brewer.
Wait a minute, you mean Charles Brewer, the former super middleweight champion of the world?
Yes, sir.
Like I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And who else? Who's your buddy?
And that's my buddy, Charles Hatchet.
Right. And who's your
cousin was Larry Jones.
Larry, okay, I remember Larry.
He never really.
Right, but I remember seeing him around.
So anyway, I said, well, who? I didn't know you guys boxed. He said, yeah, we boxing. Guess who our trainer is?
Oh man.
Who the trainer? I said, Bobby. I said, they ain't talking about Bobby Boogaloo Watts.
No, not the Bobby Boogaloo.
Not the Bobby Boogaloo Watts.
You mean the guy that beat Hagler?
The guy that beat
Hold up, wait. Wait, we talking about the guy who knocked out the knockout artist Cyclone Hart
in one round.
Beat Willie Worm.
Willie Worm.
That Boogaloo Watts.
That Bobby Boogaloo Watts.
Take it away, Officer Jones.
First thing I say to him, you gotta introduce me, man. I want to box now. I said, but you want to box? So he meet me, he said, what's your name? I told him my name.
Give the name that we use. We know you. You're Officer Jones, but what do I know you by? What do I know you by?
Everybody call me Kumo.
They call you Kumo. There you go.
He couldn't say Kumo.
Okay, see, there you go.
Call you Kuda Buddha.
He said what now?
Kuda Buddha.
All right, because he couldn't say Kumo.
Couldn't say Kumo. So
one more time, Officer.
Kuda Buddha.
Bam, Kuda the Buddha.
Sound good to me. Coming from Bobby Boogaloo Watts, you call me whatever you want to call me.
Bam, man.
So as years goes on, I start knowing Bobby. We start bonding, and for real, he became not just the guy that I knew. He became that person that I wanted to know. You know what I mean? And as we know each other more and more, he became some of a father figure to me.
Bam.
I mean, I can look to him and I can ask him things. I can go to him if I needed something. So he says everything good. We start boxing. I'm doing well in the amateurs. I'm doing pretty good. I'm following everything that he's telling me to do. So time goes on. We grow up. I say to him one day, I think I want to turn pro. So let me look at you.
Can I stop real quick?
Sure.
I want you to dispel a rumor right now. Because I've often heard it rumored that the only reason that you went into the gym to train with Bobby Boogaloo Watts is because you seen his daughter and you wanted to get close to her by her father. I mean, this is a rumor that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not,
That's
sir.
a big rumor, man.
Okay, I just needed to clear it up. So it's not true.
Nah, that's not true.
Okay, I just needed that. Wait, for the record.
Yeah.
You are married to his daughter.
Married to his daughter.
19 years. 19 years. And you mean to tell me you didn't use boxing and her father as a means to get close to this man's daughter?
Not at all.
Okay. Officer Jones,
hey.
I just had to ask you,
I'm glad you put it out there because
okay.
that's what everybody, a lot of people thought that.
That's what I was thinking for a long time.
Actually, me and my wife, Bridget, we met after I was training. And I'm going to tell you how me and her got close. One day I was about to fight. I think it was my third professional fight I was about to have. And I was in the house because I'm wrestling. She comes in the house after whatever she's doing. I think it was track practice or whatever. We start talking. And so now I got a new friend. And that's just how that started.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with anything else. We just started talking. And next thing you know, before I even said I'm a... push up on this young lady. Even before any of that, I said to my father-in-law now.
Who was your trainer?
Who was my trainer at the time?
Boogaloo
Watts.
No. What did he call you?
He called me Kuda Buddha.
Kuda the Buddha. All right, because you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because we come from a time of respect. When we do go, we ask the father, can we have his daughter?
Exactly.
Provided we can find the father to ask him, can we have his daughter?
That's what I said. So I stepped to the father. I stepped to my father-in-law, who was my trainer then. Would you mind if I take your daughter out? He said, I don't know. I got to talk to my daughter about it already. And see, I got to talk to it's kind of, if this how I do it. If he just said no, it would have been still fine with me.
Cool.
I'm glad he said yeah, because right now I've been married to my wife, like I said, for 19 years.
Plus, I think Bobby Boogaloo Watts being a good judge of character and already having some type of relationship with you to begin with, there's no way in the world that he wasn't flattered at the possibility of you and his daughter being where you guys are now. So I'm sure that he was elated secretly, but he couldn't let you know that.
Can't let me know it. I understand that.
Yeah. Champ, with Bobby Boogaloo Watts navigating you, you won various titles in the amateurs. Can you just please recite some of your success in the amateurs with your father-in-law and your trainer at the helm with you?
With the amateurs, I won a couple of diamond belts, a couple of golden gloves.
Yeah, I remember you.
I mean, had I stuck around, I think if I'd have stuck around the amateurs a little longer, I'd have been better in the pros.
Amateur experience is important, Champ. That's
just a little better.
You know what, Champ? I'm going to tell the audience a story. Right. Remember the time when I was fighting the guy up at Joe Frazier and my pants split? Who gave me a pair of boxing trunks and put over my split boxing trunks when I was walking in the middle of the ring with my butt showing, Champ?
I don't want to take that credit for that, man. As family, you know, we can't have each other looking bad.
Not at all. We were all out of the same boxing team. Yeah. Champ, I need some good Bobby Boogaloo Watts stories. You know, of course we know Bobby was a great fighter. Of course we know he was a cool guy that wore cowboy hats and drove Cadillacs. We know all of that. You understand? But let us hear the humanistic side of this man, this great man, in fact. Bam, give it, come on, champ, I need that.
Tell you one day, we at the gym one day, and you know, it's turning from spring to fall, so it's a little, we go into the gym, it's warm, but when you come out, it's cool. And at this particular time, I had a sweatshirt.
Okay.
Just got a brand new North Carolina sweatshirt. And we go into the gym, and you know, I'm working out, and come back out, I can't find my sweatshirt.
A scoundrel.
I can't find my sweatshirt.
You think William Morris took your sweatshirt, man? Will wouldn't do that to you.
Will wouldn't do that, though.
What about Ivan Robinson? You know, because he was in there. You think he might have done it?
No, might he didn't do it.
Hold up, what about Fats?
Nah, he wouldn't do it either.
I wasn't there that day.
He wasn't there.
So I ain't take it.
You can't fit it. You couldn't fit it.
Okay, all right, okay.
So it had to be somebody that was even my size.
Some fiend of human guys.
But the whole thing in a nutshell was.
Wait a minute. You know Nate Miller used to come and train with us, former super heavy junior heavyweight champ. You think Nate might have took your shirt, man?
Big for that. Nate, my shit.
You don't think Nate took it?
I'm a little dude then, man.
Nate might have used it to wash his car, man. I don't know. Nate Miller could have took it from me.
Small, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, man. I just curious. I want to solve this, man, because I thought about it after you told me, and I was just wondering who could have possibly done it.
Well, either way, man, I know it was time to go, and it was time to go, and I said, "Damn." I ain't say damn, but I said, "Dang, I can't find my sweatshirt." Book says to me, "You can't find your sweatshirt." Oh man, Bo, it's cold outside. You need something to put on. So I know, I don't know what happened to my sweatshirt, and I said, "But that's all right. I mean, I don't live too far from here." And he said, "Oh, no, I can't have that, Bo. Can't have that." And my man took his shirt off his back.
Wow.
Chuck, man, I ain't gonna lie. And gave me a sweatshirt. Said, "I'll see you tomorrow."
Wow, Jam.
Man. That still get me, that still gets me.
Wow, man.
I tell him that, and he be like, "Oh yeah, I remember I did that, but that ain't really nothing. You just don't know what it meant to me, bro."
Yeah, man.
May not been anything to you, but it meant something to me.
Yeah.
And this is before me and his daughter was even talking. We were still getting to know each other. And so one day I told him, I said, "Listen, I was thinking about you today, right, bud? And I wrote a poem about you."
Yeah?
Hey.
Come on, man. We need this, man.
He said you wrote a poem about me. I remember the song. This poem I ain't gonna forget it. He said, "Oh, yeah? Well, let me hear it." I said, "No, I'll tell you when I get home." So he calls me and said, "Yeah, you did really good today. So how everything go? So everything all right?" I said, "I'm fine." He said, you're doing well. You're doing a lot better." He said, "That poem you wrote, you know what I'm saying? Let me hear it." I said, "Man, you know, I don't know if you're gonna like it." He said, "Let me hear it." And I said, I was sitting there running and said, "I know a guy who's tall and thin and never's caught without that 10-gallon brim."
Whoa.
Man, this guy, I know he stays in shape. A cool fella, I like to think is great. So plenty of heart, and lots of style, warms you up with a beautiful smile. A man I want to be my pops. This man is Marvin Boogaloo Watts.
Oh my God, man.
You know what I mean? I still got that. I still got that printed at home.
Bam.